So the best part about living alone is that you wake up on a Sunday and you realize you have nowhere to be, you don't have to talk to anyone, and you have the whole day to yourself and you can do anything you want. Unfortunately, that is also the worst part.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
If I find my way home, yeah, wouldn't it be crazy? Don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Don't you still amaze me? If I find my way home, yeah.
So surprisingly, today has been a good day, which is not what Monday is supposed to be from now, but it was a nice day. And yes, I look like this on a daily basis because let's be real, I don't get ready. So I'm in the process of setting up the house, and yeah, so I am going to take a shower now and continue my work, and also I'm going to cook tonight. Excited, finally cooking. Yeah, and I just danced for 4 minutes and I was tired, but it was fun. Hi again. So I know it has been like a long time since I made a proper video because I was busy in finding an apartment, and when I got this place I was busy in just setting up the place. So I did a few cool things also, and this time I was not here. I actually drove a four-wheeler, a car, for the first time, and it was the most amazing experience. I have never driven a vehicle in Hyderabad. The roads are really beautiful, especially the airport road. It's really beautiful, and whenever I go there, I really wish I had a four-wheeler and I just drive around the city and just enjoy. My uncle, thanks to him, he told me he can teach me how to drive, so he took me to drive, and it's not a tough. I think it takes practice and balance and just a lot more practice. So that's one big highlight. And obviously the biggest one is that I finally got this place. This place is almost set up, and I have been living alone, and it's been fun. Also, yeah, in the last few months I also had the worst kind of lifestyle, and physically I was dead, and habits also were dead, and we'll talk about those things later. So I also got a health checkup that really showed me where I am. I really need to improve my health. Also yesterday we went to a team outing. It was overnight stay, and we had much fun. Know everything about this place. So when I saw this place for the first time, I did not loved it. I kind of liked it. The main reason was that furnishing came with this couch and bed and dining table, coffee table, fridge, washing machine. So I thought I won't get that much furnishing in my budget, and since I am living alone, so I cannot spend a huge amount of money on rent. I am already spending more than more people. People suggested me that why are you wasting so much money on rent when you can just have a roommate. I was that's the point now. I don't want a roommate, and no hate against anyone. I just want to be with myself, and being with myself have helped me to learn so many things about myself. I've never lived alone. I never had a room of my own. Having a room of my own, having a place of my own, really gives time to me, to focus on me. And it can be lonely at times, but once you get used to it, you will love it. So living alone has been my dream since I think last 5 years, having an apartment of my own and just being with myself, living according to my choices. And the reason might have been I never had my room, and we had a really small place, so we never really really like got a personal space. You know, when I was young, I went to college, like I just came home to sleep, but didn't mind. But you know, when I started living in the house more often, I realized how much personal space I crave, and I know it is very much romanticized on the internet, and I am all for it. There are problems which we'll talk about later, but the good thing is that you have control of your time, you have control of your space, and you have your sleep scheduled to yourself. Like you don't have any dependency. You sleep with your like sister, or even can't sleep when someone else is working, and that's the problem with having roommates also. If someone is like a night person and they work at night, the laptop is on, light is on, and I can't sleep like that, so I need the room to be completely dark when I sleep. Like you don't have to care about anyone's convenience, and just you can be yourself. I can like paint anytime I want. I don't have to talk to anyone when I don't want to. Just being with yourself, you can. And it's also very much like if you want to work, one of the best thing about living is like you get to be very productive. Like I can shoot this video and there is no one who will disturb me. I can do whatever I want. So that's the gist of it. Like you can do whatever you want when you live alone, and you get to answer no one. Okay, now coming to the kind of like sad part of living alone. There will be bad days and you're just down, like, and you're just crying, and even you have a very loving partner. I think another human being also has a life, and they cannot be 365 days 24/7 be with you according to you. It teaches you how to deal with your like negative emotions. But yeah, you will have bad days. Like if you are sad and you have like no one around, it is more depressing. In the beginning it will be hard to get used to. If you are like used to be living with people, it will be really hard. And also one thing I face really difficulty is like when you live alone and when someone is your place for some time. Sorry, I have a cold from yesterday's fun. It was a fun night. Anyways, if people will come, like your family will come and they will go for like at least like 1 or 2 days, there will be this depressing hollowness. I don't know, is it just me? I start feeling alone, and I start rethinking, oh my god, like living alone is so tough. But it's not really. I just woke up today morning and I realized that I had my 8 hours of sleep, and today's a weekend, so I don't have to work, I don't have to go anywhere, I don't have to be with anyone. I can do whatever I want, so I have the control of my time this whole day. One of the good parts of living in like a big city is that you can actually order groceries, because I never saw it in like my hometown and stuff. Like you can order groceries, you can order like vegetables, and you don't have to go out when you don't want to, like when you are busy. Another tough problem is that you will have a lot of problems if you're not used to doing like the household chores, because yeah, you will have to like clean. I thankfully have a maid, so I cannot like clean every morning. I'm not that person and if you can't cook, yeah, I also was one of those people. But life teaches you everything, so you will have to cook. Like you can also have a cook, but I like having the control on my food myself, because I eat according to my mood. So that will be like, you will have a lot of household work to do, but you know, once you get into the habit, it will not be tough. Like you need to get into a routine which is completely messed up, but we are working on that. Another tough problem is that there will be some unknown problems. Like you don't know, some days electricity is gone, like, or some there's like water logging in my balcony, which is also washing area. So you will have, like, if you have like not faced these kind of problems, you will have to do these things on your own. And it's also give a sense of, you know, like an adult. If I do these things myself, I have place of my own. It's real, and I pay for everything, I do everything myself, and it's a like really good feeling. And also, yeah, if you're sick, there's no one who will take care of you, so you will have to take care of yourself. That is one big concern, but like I'm fine with it. I usually like don't like bothering people when I'm sick. Also, if you are such a person who loves talking to people, then just talk to yourself like I do. Those are some of the problems which I remember right now. I know I'll face more problems in the future, which I'll be sharing in the future. So I'm going to talk about some of the health concerns. It's because I'm concerned of my health and your health if you are in a similar lifestyle and a situation like me. So from last 5 months when I like moved to Hyderabad, I was living in a PG, and food was like, I also have Swiggy one membership because I used to eat outside food. You know, like if you have seen my older vlogs, you might have seen I was eating mac and cheese daily because I was sad, and because my lifestyle was like sleep cycle. I used to sleep at 5 and 6 a.m. sometimes, and it was messed up. Like these 5 months, my physical health was messed up. I think I gained like 10 kgs of weight. Like there are like two kinds of people. Some people who lose weight on, like, you know, when your body is not healthy, and some people who gain weight, and I think I'm on the gaining weight side. So when I went home this time, everyone was like, okay, what happened to you? Are you alright? Because obviously after gaining 10 kgs weight, you will look more like chubbier. And I'm not saying like that fat people can't look good, like they can look good obviously. And until I think last week I was like, I don't care about how I look, I'm happy with my body. My health is the only concern related to my fat. But recently, like, I think that was because I never went out, I never met people, I never had to compare myself, and I just used to post pictures and videos, and anyone can like look good. It's easy, like you don't see my body, you see my face, and you don't see my skin clearly, so you can't see, like it's dull kind of. It's dull. Actually you can see now, I don't actually used to wear any makeup or face wash also, so you might have seen like how bad my skin was in last two videos. Coming to that, I did a health test because my mom kept pestering me like your lifestyle, and she was like, every time she called me and told me to eat, and I got annoyed. But I think the reason of most things is that we don't eat on time, we don't drink water. Like I used to have my breakfast at like 5 p.m. and the amount of water that went into me was like 1 glass. I don't know why I was living like that. I will never ever suggest anyone to live a lifestyle like that. Even though your life is super busy, I think you will always have time for your health if you make it. Prioritize it. There is nothing more important than like yourself, than your body, like your health. You won't be able to work, you won't be able to chill, you won't be able to do anything. So I won't say I hate my body, because that is I think a mean statement, because your body helps you do so much you want. Like it helps you move, it helps you like draw and paint everything, so it helps you see. So don't hate it. But yeah, I'm hating my hair myself only, yeah, because I let this happen. Okay, coming to my health test, doctor told me like you're just 26 and you have so many problems, so you should first of all focus on having, you know, like doing physical workout, because my amount of movement was zero. Like I was literally sitting on the bed or desk. Like, and I am not saying go to the gym. If you don't do any physical activity, just start taking a walk. Start with your room, like start walking after every meal, like a 10 minutes walk, then start going outside. Don't put the pressure like, okay, I'll join the gym, I'll go to this, like, because at once it is overwhelming and you will fail. So take baby steps. And I hate the gym. If you're like doing these healthy habits, you will also feel good about yourself, because I used to feel bad about myself because obviously I used to eat mac and cheese at 5 p.m. so it's obvious. And also she told me to eat salad before lunch, and I don't know why she did that. I will have to do more research into that, but I think that is one thing I will follow. I will start adding more greens into my food. Now that I'm cooking, I have the control in my food, so that is one of the concern. Eat food, like focus on your sleep schedule, and just do physical activity. I think these three like sound simple, but they're very hard to achieve and they're life changing. So I also had like a lot of health concerns, which I will not go into detail because that's not what this video is about. But I'll just say one thing to you: please stay healthy if you want to live the life you dreamt of. Anyways, let's talk about how you can find a house in Hyderabad if you just moved here and you're just as confused as I was as a house hunting noob. So for the first month, I did not like even try to find a house. I was like chill. I was searching on like a lighter note. I was not obsessively into it. I was like, okay, I'll find a house. How tough can it be? It's tough. Some people get lucky, but yeah, not everyone. First things first, you install the No Broker app. Do not buy the Prime membership. I bought it, but it was pretty useless. If you shortlist a house and you contact the owner, and if you get like 9 free calls, I think. But if you vote that house is rented out, I think you will get another free call. So that way you can get owner contacts number, and you know, have some knowledge of societies, or have your requirements clear first of all. Like what kind of house you want. Do you like want a balcony? Do you want it in like a gated society? Do you want it in a standalone building? What area you want? Be clear about those things. And I didn't had any broker, so I had this No Broker app. I think Magic Bricks also work, but I think they might be scamming. I don't trust the Magic Bricks app. I don't know. I trust No Broker more. And I also had like 99 acres app installed. They take brokerage, but yeah, you can find houses there also. So first search into like the societies, like shortlist them, and if you get the contacts of owner, just talk to them. And I think the problem with me was like I didn't know how to talk to people. So and maybe because I was living alone, they were not like promising to give me the house. One of the reasons people don't prefer bachelors, because they leave in like 2-3 months and the owners have to go through that again. So that kind of I think made a bad image for bachelors. And I also I didn't know like how to talk, what to do. And many people were asking, why do you want to live alone? Like it was shocking to them. It's my life. So you can also say things like that, okay, I will be living with a friend, but she will come later, like that. I don't won't recommend lying, but some people suggested that that worked for them, because I cannot lie. I will say some stupid thing and it will mess up. So I want to be clear. Some society there are restrictions, like there are no pets allowed, there is no smoking allowed, and in this place no pets and no smoking allowed. And I don't actually care because I don't have any pets and I don't smoke, so good for me. But you might be a concern for you, or there are like no boys allowed and there is no non-veg allowed. Like there are so many restrictions. So just make all these things clear. Have a goal in your mind, like what kind of house you want, and then with that mindset, with that preparation, talk to the owner, and if they say everything is fine, just go have a look of the house. I won't recommend buying a house without like having a visit, because I'll tell you one thing, because one time I saw this really like pretty house. The furnishing was like so good, like, and it was in 22,000, and I was like, okay, I will instantly like buy this. I just have to like make one visit, and it's just formality. So I talked to the owner and he was like, okay, you can visit now. I went there, the whole floor was burnt. So the reason the tenant was like vacating that house, and the house was that cheap, because there was a fire, the whole floor was burnt, and there was also no power since like days or months. And I was so stupid. I asked that person, like, why are you leaving this pretty house? And he was like, because I'm scared, because there was a fire, because there was a fucking fire. And I was just so into the house. I was like, why will anyone like leave this house? But yeah, the fire situation also scared me, and it was on like, I think 22nd floor. I think, yeah, it was on 22nd floor. So I was just like scared, what if there's a fire, I won't be able to go down. Just make sure, like, I know that house went off market soon, because people are so desperate, they will just rent any place, like any place. That's one of the reasons they're increasing rent prices like crazy. So I'll also tell you rent I'm paying for this house. I was constantly scrolling on like No Broker and Facebook Flatmates. I was messaging owners, emailing them, and don't get like emotionally attached to a place, because you know, in the end any deal could go wrong, like anything can go wrong. So I know it hurts, it hurt me also. I cried, and I am just glad I didn't got the house, because I got this place and it has so much furnishing and it is so much bigger, and it's better. The balcony view is better. The balcony view was trash on that house, but because I was so desperate and the houses go so fast, so I was willing to compromise there. So anyways, don't get disappointed like that. Keep flat hunting, you will get a house. Also tell to your friends, like if they're living in society, you know, because sometimes some people don't really post on the social media or anywhere. It's easier, like if a flat is vacant in my society, sometimes it will come in the society WhatsApp group and it will not go anywhere outside. So if tell all your friends that you're looking for a house and what are your requirements, and if there is any similar requirement, you will get a house easily. I think that is one of the easier ways to get a house, because I told one of my colleagues in office was asking how I found the house, and so me and my camera, both battery died. Anyways, so the initial setup which I did in my house was basically cooking. I really wanted to get away from that cycle of ordering, you know, online food. I also had like Swiggy One membership, which I did not want to use now. Like, see, this is the whole wheat roti I don't know if it's like really healthy, but I don't have the bandwidth to like, you know, cook roti from scratch like every afternoon, because I am working and I don't have the time to like cook from scratch. Maybe someday I'll get into the habit, then I'll start it, but for now I'm using this thing. So one thing is that don't compare yourself to like everyone. Like some people make it the